Hello, and welcome back. We are on day 27. So, how is it going? I am really looking forward to hearing your comments and hearing if you are making changes, what you're noticing, what are the challenges? Did you find that maybe the first couple of days it was easy, but then as it got further on, you were more challenged, you found it more difficult to implement changes? What are you noticing? So for those of you that I don't know yet, welcome. I'm Claudia Braun. I'm a holistic lifestyle coach. My passion is really helping people live as healthy and vital and alive as they can, however old you are, to the rest of your life. These are the tools that I teach are really to have you feel your best self, regardless of the age that you are. And I hope that you have subscribed. If you haven't, I hope that you will, so that you will stay connected and you will know when I uploaded a video. So, okay, yesterday we were talking about your beliefs about yourself. So today I want to talk about judgment and self-judgment, judgment of others. We live in a society that is really focused on judgment, right? We have a political system, right? People are, this at each other, right? So we have a lot of judgment about how we think others are doing, but we have a lot of judgment on how we're doing, right? If we don't like the level of success that we have in our physical body, the weight that we're at, we judge ourselves, right? We get on the scale and we feel judgment. You might have a litany of things that you say about yourself, right? I mean, I frequently hear from working with clients, they hate their stomach. They've got a lot of judgment about their stomach, and they have a lot of judgment on themselves for all the times that they made those choices that led that to happen. Or they judge themselves that they're not more physically active, or they judge themselves that they're not more like their neighbor, or they're not more like their husband, or their best friend or sister or whoever. So judgment is one of those things that comes up like that, right? You don't even think about it. The next thing you know, you're in judgment, self-judgment or judgment of others. And what I've come to know in my practice and in my learning about my own judgments, right, is that any judgment that I have on anybody else, I'm already doing that to myself. So if you look out into the world and you're seeing people not doing things the way that you think they should, chances are, mm, pretty much guaranteed, you're doing that same judgment to yourself. And what happens when you judge somebody? You don't really feel very kindly to them. You don't feel very good towards them, right? There's a lot of, right, like disapproval. Judgment is disapproval, right? We don't agree with what they're doing, and then we have a judgment on it. Have some morality about it. Somebody shouldn't do something like that. So really looking at ourselves, where are we judging ourselves for the results that we're getting, for the behavior that we have? If you're struggling with your food choices, where are you judging yourself for the choices that you're making with your food? Where are you judging yourself for overeating, for eating crappy food, for not cooking food, not cooking healthy food? Where are you judging yourself, right? Or are you judging yourself for you're not doing enough, or you're judging yourself that you should have more results given what you've done? Or what is the judgment? Because none of us live without judgment. We've all been raised in a world that said that we're supposed to judge ourselves. There's a lot of judgment of others in school, right? Somebody else is considered better than somebody else because they have skills or talents that someone else doesn't have, or it gets expressed in a different way. So where's the judgment showing up in your life? When you, many times I talk to my clients, right? They look in the mirror and they have a lot of judgment on what they look like, what they physically look like. So what is your judgment? Are you judging yourself for how your clothes fit? Are you judging yourself for your clothes don't fit? Um, what is it? Because until you acknowledge it, right, you have to acknowledge the the thing that's in your way, pretending it's not there, um, you know, medicating yourself with more alcohol or videos or something to distract yourself from knowing that it's there doesn't make that thing go away. It's still there. You've just covered it up with lots of other things. So looking at that judgment that you have on yourself is the first step to things changing. As I tell my clients, it's a 3-step process, right? It's awareness, acceptance, action. First, you have to become really aware of what you're doing. So what is the judgment that you have on yourself? Because that judgment is in the way of your being able to get the kind of results that you want. And so many times people want to go just to action. It doesn't work that way, right? I mean, that's why you and countless other people have a litany of things that they've tried that haven't worked, because they just try to, I'm just going to do that program, I'm going to do that program, I'm going to do that thing. But they haven't really looked at, what's actually really going on. So first, when I work with my clients, it's the first step is awareness. First, we have to find out what's going on before we can really decide what's the correct action to take. So this is an opportunity just to get real with yourself. What's the judgment that you have on yourself? Guaranteed you have it. We all do. So it's human. We've been taught to judge by our school systems, by our parents, by whatever kind of religious upbringing you have or don't have, or, so there is a level of judgment that we've all been raised with, and it's out in the world, right? We judge people for the behavior that we think they should be exhibiting based on our standards, right? So that judgment is on ourselves. So this is your assignment today. Take a look at the judgment that you have, and I really encourage you to write it down and really get to know it, look at it. It's the first step to change. And then tomorrow, let's talk about how we turn this around. So just giving yourself permission to sit with the judgment and not judge the judgment, right? It's like, okay, right? It's there. Just be with the judgment and just notice it. So again, I'm Claudia Braun. I'm a holistic lifestyle coach, and I'm really excited to help you make these changes because I know they can change your life. Everything that I talk to my clients about are all things that I do or have done myself to create the kind of health and vitality that I am thankful every day to enjoy. So do subscribe to my channel. I will be continuing to post new information, and I'd like to keep you connected with me so that we can help you thrive. All right, bye for now.